So, we're going even deeper now? Just how deep down are we?
It's like a metaphor for your previous life, isn't it?
Our lives weren't that bad. So this is the actual entrance to the Fortress of Meropide? Huh. It looks like there are other new arrivals, too. Oh, they sure don't look happy. Maybe we look too relaxed for fresh convicts. Oh, right. We're on someone else's territory now. If we're discovered, even Nervalet might not be able to rescue us. Hey! Don't scare Paimon! Oh, Paimon's not ready for all this.
Look, I don't really know you, and I have no idea what kind of crime you committed, but you wouldn't have happened to anger someone important, did you?
Someone important? Paimon doesn't think so. Wait, why are you suddenly—
Now's not the time to worry about that. Anyway, it's over there, so you just go on over there by yourselves.
What was that all about? Wait a second. Are there usually so many garter mechs around here? They're already onto us?
Prisoners numbers 7459 and 7560. Welcome. Oh, no need to be anxious. These Gardamex aren't here to attack you. In fact, they're here as your honor guard. When I heard that you were friends of Monsieur Nervalet, I had the Gardamex come and—
Wait! You know about our connection with Nervalet?
The seafloor isn't as cut off from the world as you might imagine. However, I'm afraid that I know nothing more than that you are friends of the Udex. And as you can see, committing a crime means being sentenced here, even if you're friends with the Chief Justice. Quite fair.
The Duke! Greetings, Your Grace. Lovely weather today, isn't it?
Oh, greetings, my good fellow. Well, I'm willing to imagine that the weather is as good outside the sea as you say it is.
My profuse apologies. I just got so nervous.
So this is the Duke. He sure looks—
The Traveler and Paimon, correct? Mr. Deacon here was responsible for your welcome. I trust you were satisfied with his guidance? Ah, I see. In that case, I regret to announce that Deacon here has just missed the best opportunity in his prison career to be
I admit that I was only thinking about the coupons. I'm sorry to have disappointed you, Your Grace. I had no idea you two were big shots who were worthy of speaking with His Grace.
There's plenty of time ahead, Deacon. There'll be more opportunities. Well, I believe that concludes the introductions. We've already taken enough time here.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll take my leave now.
Please, follow me. To make you feel more welcome, I'll show you around the various facilities of the Fortress of Meropide.
He's going to personally give us a cure? Huh. Paimon can't figure out what this guy's thinking at all. No wonder Charlotte's so interested in him. He's one of those mysterious types. Alright, let's keep up.
There's no need to be so reserved. The label of criminal is nothing but one of many identities, and being criminally inclined here at the fortress is just one of—
Is it really okay for the warden to think like that? We're real criminals, you know.
Well, then maybe you'll be able to carve out a name and a place for yourselves. But before you go in swinging, please remember that in the Fortress of Meropide, it's better to not cause trouble for yourself. Now, we've arrived at a very important place, the Coupon Cafeteria. You can come here and claim one
welfare meal? You mean it doesn't cost anything?
That's right. Criminals are essential to fortress operations, so we must guarantee that they at least—
But that's not how it was. Back in the day, it cost your reward coupons just to get a cup of water here. For fish like you who just arrived with nothing, you'd have to go to work hungry until you earned enough coupons to eat. It was only after His Grace became the administrator that we got the free meal. Now everyone gets a square meal every day, even no-good slackers who've never picked up a wrench in their whole lives.
In the Fortress of Meropide, credit coupons are the only currency, and everything must be purchased. In some sense, you could say but trade is always conducted by people. So if nobody could even afford a meal, then the whole fortress would be up in arms. So, rather than saying that we're giving everyone a free meal here, you should say that—
Your Grace's reasoning is correct, but what I said is also true. Whatever the case, hard work is rewarded here. You'd be hard-pressed to find any—
Right! Paimon sees your point. By that logic, this place doesn't seem so bad after all. Oh, wait, no. We shouldn't drop our guard so quickly. But it seems the inmates really respect the Duke because of his attitude, right?
Let's continue this way. This place is known as the Pancration Ring. Sometimes we have criminals who have more energy than they know what to do with. So, instead of leaving them to their own devices, we've provided them with this dedicated venue.
Pancration matches? And you can earn extra coupons? Oh.
But I must warn you that your sentence will be extended if you fail to restrain yourself and end up seriously injuring or killing—
So, did you set this place up too?
No, actually. I just granted approval for the organizer to use this area to build the ring, and I collect a portion of the proceeds in return. Of course, the fees are also quite useful.
Oh. Do you mind if we ask what they're used for?
Sure. Ensuring personal safety, maintaining the arena, and resolving any conflicts that arise. Why? Are you—
Oh, no. Paimon was just wondering if that's how you paid for everyone's welfare meal.
A reasonable guess. I see you have a talent for entrepreneurship.
Oh, you hear that? Paimon has a talent! So we can start a business here?
That is something you can discuss between yourselves later. Let's move on for now.
Your Grace. Good morning. I mean, good afternoon.
What time indeed? Time waits for no one, so it's best to keep an eye on it.
My apologies, Your Grace.
Jeez, that guy's so nervous he almost forgot to breathe.
Sorry. Forgive my manners.
These are the dormitories, which is where inmates sleep. The guards will inform you where your bunk is later. In the Fortress of Meropide, criminals usually spend most of their time in either the production zone or the sleeping areas.
The production zone? What does it produce? Is that where we'll...
Not necessarily. Though working in the production zone is the most reliable way to earn credit coupons. If you have other skills, you can skip your shifts to earn them in other ways.
Wow. Wait, you're the manager of this place? And you're just telling us to our...
The fact that the Fortress of Meropide has continued operating completely autonomously is proof enough that most people are willing to work on. As for what we produce, many of the clockwork machines seen all over Fontaine originate. Therefore, the Fortress of Meropide is not only a place where criminals serve their sentences. There's no need for me to get into specifics about the production process now. You'll experience it all firsthand when you report for work. Let's move on. The tour continues over this way.
You really scared me there. I didn't expect to see you here.
The only thing you should be seeing is the work in front of you. Stay focused and keep up the pace. Oh? Is something the matter?
It's nothing. Paimon's just worried about how hard we'll have to... Your Grace? What are you doing in the infirmary at a time like this?
Not yet, unfortunately for you. But thank you for your concern, Sigewin.
Then you must be here for those two.
Allow me to introduce you. This is the infirmary, and Sigewin here is the Fortress of Meropide's head nurse.
Hello, new faces. They call me the head nurse, but I actually handle all the nurse-related work all by myself down here.
Since you seem to have some rare downtime with no patients, perhaps you could find the time to join us for dinner?
Oh, then these two must be some important convicts. Sure, I'll join the welcome party.
Thank you. Your presence will be the pièce de résistance for today's tour.
Oh, so the tour part is over now?
I believe I've already covered the primary aspects of life here in the fortress. As for your work, there'll be someone else to guide you through the details. I seldom conduct tours, so why don't you just ask if you have any questions?
Well, this is our first time here.
Then let's head back to the coupon cafeteria. Maybe a meal will help you think up some questions.
You should at least try to be excited. Our free meals are actually pretty good here. What do you think of the food? Does it meet your expectations? Wow, it looks delicious! Neverlet made it sound like living conditions in the Fortress of Meropide wasn't very good. Oh, isn't that the meal box that only super lucky people manage to draw? Seems like...
It actually has nothing to do with luck in this case. I had a word with Walsey.
Oh, you mean the meals are random? Yes. what you get to eat depends completely on your luck. You could say that it's Paimon knew it! If criminals got to eat tasty food like this every meal, the crime rate in Fontaine would sky— Excuse me, did I hear you mention Nervulette just now? I've been wondering— He seems healthy no matter how you look at him, but he works so hard all the time, so it must be really tiring.
It sounds like he hasn't changed a bit. Looks like you can stop worrying so much, Sigewinne.
Oh, that's good. But I still feel like it's been too long since I've heard any news about him.
No news is good news. Maybe next time I've got something to discuss with him, I can invite you to accompany us.
But isn't the Fortress of Meropide independent from Fontaine's court system?
Well, we provide all kinds of mechanical products for official use, and some essential goods have to be obtained from the overworld, so we naturally have to stay in touch about this and that. Monsieur Nervulette's character is unimpeachable. No matter the question, you can discuss it openly and freely with him. In light of that, I am quite willing to go out of my way to show respect and accommodate him. In fact, right now, I'm treating you two as guests invited by Monsieur Nervulette. But unfortunately, I can only do so until after this, you two will just be inmates here. You're very welcome. Well, your new life awaits.
The Traveler and Paimon, right? Listen up. As new inmates, the only thing you need to worry about is what to do and when to— Your bunks are right over there. Follow me.
So this is where we'll be sleeping from now on. Oh, Paimon can't believe this! By the way, Traveler, we saw a lot of things worth investigating just now. Even though the Duke didn't say it too directly, judging from what he said at the end, it seems that he was only welcoming. We are criminals, and Paimon did eat that cake, but we're actually here to help Nervulette. Is it possible that he knows we're here on a mission? Or is Paimon— Yeah, Paimon thinks so too. He probably knew why we came here from the very beginning and intentionally maybe something like, "Hey, I have my eyes on you, so don't try anything funny." Yeah, you're right. It's not like we can go back to Nervulette empty-handed and say, "The dude looks scary, so we gave up." And besides, the Duke said that he was willing to go out of his way to show respect for Nervulette, right? So, we at least need to try. But Paimon hasn't gotten a clue where we should start our investigation. You mean— Yeah, that's what Paimon was thinking too! Paimon almost spilled the beans when we ran into him. Fortunately, based on his attitude, it looks like the Duke sees Linny as just another inmate. We worked so hard to help clear Linny and Lynette's names, and yet we turn around and bam! He's in prison anyway! Oh, right! Linny and Lynette are from the House of the Hearth. They work for the Knave, so they could be here to investigate too! Huh? Oh, it's a card! It looks like a magician's prop. Lenny must have left it here. He's in prison. It was nice to bump into you again. Let's catch up in the production zone tomorrow. What in the world? It's written like he's greeting a buddy on the street. Paimon thought he'd write something important. If you say so. We can ask him what's going on tomorrow. Let's get some rest now. Hey, you're finally awake! Well, it's Paimon's first day as a prisoner. Last night, Paimon dreamed about getting interrogated by the guards until Paimon told them everything, and then Paimon woke up. Hey, come on! It's just a dream, okay? Paimon wouldn't really squeal.
Hey, lazy bones! What are you still doing here? If you don't want to starve, then get yourselves over to the production zone.
Sorry! We're going right...
Ah, you must be the catch of the day. Looks like you've got some luck getting assigned this space.
Yep, we just arrived yesterday and...
Don't interrupt me when I'm speaking.
Yes, sir.
Listen carefully to my instructions. I don't want any mishaps. Every machine here is worth more than the both of you. Working around these machines can be very dangerous. Do your job well, and you can eat in the cafeteria after your shift. Get sloppy, and you dine in the infirmary. Anyway, the Fortress of Meropide doesn't want to lose a single one of its machines. And it also...
Got it!
Your job is to use the machine over there to process widgets. Watch carefully, and make sure you step on the pedal at the right time. If the machine gets jammed, then give it a little maintenance with your fist. Here, take this. Bring me the process widgets, and I'll give you some credit.
So if the machine gets jammed, you just need to attack it to fix the problem. Once the widget is hot enough to glow, jump to step on the pedal and hit the widget with the hammer. Okay, you got this! Great! Now we can report back to the foreman and give him the processed widget.
Huh. This one is... Alright, I'll pass you for now. And we'll count up how many credit coupons you've earned.
Paimon's exhausted. wants to head straight to the coupon cafeteria. We still need to meet Lin. He probably just finished up his work, too. Lenny? Mr. Magician? Where are you? Oh, this had better not be some disappearing act. He doesn't seem to be around here. Let's try looking somewhere else. Where could he be? Did he decide to slack off and sleep the day away?
Hey, over here.
Oh, you scared Paimon! How did
Oh, you scare so easily now? Is there...
you little... The only...
Sorry. Come over here.
Oh, Lynette! You're here too! You two really are inseparable.
That's right. My brother simply can't stand to be away from me.
It's not just Lynette. Fremine is also here. Do you
Oh, you mean that diver from the House of the Hearth, right? Paimon remember... Now hurry up and tell us. How did you end up as criminals this time? We fought so hard at court...
Sadly, even the teeniest of things can land you in prison these days. I put together a street performance.
And then...
Next, I invited several audience members to participate in the show. And then, with the entire audience...
My brother was charged with theft, and I was charged as his accomplice, having assisted.
It really isn't that bad. The missing wallets are all in the leftmost drawer of the Maison Gardiennage's big filing cabinet.
Yep, we should be released then.
In terms of the magic trick itself, I think the...
Leave it to Lenny to magic himself into prison.
Indeed. Last time I hid my identity from you, I promised that I'd tell you absolutely. So I don't plan on keeping anything from you this time either. At the moment, the house... We were instructed by the father of our house, the knave, to come here and conduct an investigation.
Told you so, see?
As for what we're investigating, perhaps you haven't heard, but the fortress of Meropide, some even say that the entire fortress exists just to protect it. The House of the Hearth has been investigating this for a very long time, trying to... But recently, all of our informants, including the ones that had infiltrated the guards, suddenly vanished and have not been heard from since. We believe that this is a direct provocation, and it's the reason why we came here. Father has somehow managed to confirm that Focalors does not have Fontaine's gnosis.
Huh? How did she manage to learn information?
Father has her ways. Many of them are beyond our imagination, and we've never had the chance to see her at work. But we trust her conclusions.
It was this information that led us to suspect that Fontaine's gnosis might be in the fortress of Meropide and is related to that.
So it's all about the gnosis again.
Well, that's about it from our side. How about you two?
Bingo! The knave has been applying a lot of pressure. She wants to know what happened to Traveler, are we allowed to tell them?
You don't need to worry too much about that. She's just asking for a report on Master Child's predicament as a means of pressuring you. Father used this situation as a pretext to negotiate with two high-ranking officials in the court of Fontaine. She actually just wants to be able to make concessions on this matter for gain.
Sometimes you need an excuse to do things you otherwise couldn't. And a harbinger is more valuable than you might imagine.
Of course, it's not a complete farce. If we do manage to find out what happened to Master Child too, then diplomatic relations with Fontaine could improve. And
Is it just Paimon? Or does it feel like we're the only ones who actually care about Child's situation? The relationship between the Harbinger...
I wouldn't go that far. Father just has different standards than we do when it comes to what can be sacrificed for an advantage. By the way, even though we have different objectives, we're both here to investigate the fortress of Meropide. It would be more efficient for us to work together. As you know, the House of the Hearth has many reasons to seek the Gnosis, but our highest priority remains resolving the prophecy.
See, I told you.
Is that so?
Lenny seems to be thinking pretty hard about something.
Of course he is. Lenny has been looking forward to a chance to reach an understanding with you, or I should say, we were.
Lynette, just tell them everything.
It's okay to open up a little.
Very prudent of you, and consistent with your behavior since we first met. I was prepared for the worst, but you were actually more agreeable than I anticipated. Alright. Since Lynette and I arrived here, our investigation uncovered the fact that the fortress. Most people just clammed up and wouldn't talk, but after asking the right questions, you should be aware of that while you're investigating.
A forbidden zone? Could that be where the child disappeared?
Good. That's the most suspicious thing about the fortress that we know of so far. We have a few other unanswered questions, and we'll be investigating those as quickly as we. Oh, look at the time. You two must be hungry. You should go to the coupon cafeteria and get something.
Oh, that's just what Paimon wanted to hear! Paimon's starving after all that work. Oh, he wasn't kidding. Today's meal is nowhere near as good as last time. Oh, who knows how long it'll be until we're lucky enough. Forget about it then. We'll just deal with the regular food. But life here doesn't seem all that bad. Other than the foreman being kind of mean and the work being pretty tough.
You think so, mate? If I had a coupon for every fish who said that. Seems you fishies still haven't learned your lessons from your life up on the surface. If you take things at face value, then by the time you reach a dead end, you won't even know how you ended up on that road in the first place. I like your attitude. I can, let you in on a little something. Everyone's been telling you to just follow the rules and not cause any trouble for yourself. But what they don't tell you is that the rules aren't exactly what they pretend to be. The rules. The truth is, this place has a lot of hidden rules.
Huh? Hidden rules?
Not everyone knows about those rules, but whether you know them or not, once you break one, you might encounter something even worse than death.
Really? Oh, now you're really scaring poor Paimon. Don't joke around like that!
Of course. And I'd say that just disappearing would be one of the better.
Oh, you mean that if there really are hidden rules, then Child's disappearance might have something to... in that case, would you tell us some hidden rules? We definitely want to avoid breaking...
Come on, mate. This is valuable information. The difference between life and death. Do you...
Paimon understands, but we don't have many credit coupons.
Yeah, I know. Not like I'm going anywhere. Moreover, you're new fish. Freshly caught. And completely, I'm usually around the rag and bone shop. Just call me V-Doc. Bye-bye now.
He left. Just like that. Huh. Do you think he's just trying... Yeah. It might be a good place to start in our investigation. Hidden rules, huh? But, like he said, we don't have any coupons and we're still not familiar with this place. We were so busy talking we almost forgot to eat. Even if it's not the best, it's probably better while it's warm. guards that our shift is set for every morning, and we're free to do whatever we want all after. But it seems like most of the other inmates choose to continue working through the afternoon to earn more credit coupons. Oh, and they also said that you can use coupons to skip work in the morning and free up your time. They weren't kidding. Credit coupons really can be... Ah, Paimon's so tired. And we'll need to wake up and go to work in the morning. Nighty-night, Traveler. Paimon hopes we can keep making progress on our investigation tomorrow.